Blood at C, Peter Store, and at D, Bernard Morel, is your CDI 5-star panel for this upcoming CDI 1-star class. Around the arena, our first combination for this evening's competition is number 702 from Canada. This is Aaron Crawford and Peridot SSF. This 8-year-old Dutch 17-hand chestnut gelding, owned by Carol Scott Tolman and competed today by Aaron Crawford from Rockview, County, Alberta, Canada. Peridot SSF 40. So indeed, and again, our first combination for the CDI 1-star.
Help. And now we're starting with the CDI. Early this morning was mostly national classes or all national classes. Here now we're starting CDI Intermediate 1. These horses went yesterday in the Prix St. George. So let's see what they can do now in the I1. A considerably more difficult test. Starts out like most other tests, entry, turn, and an extended trot. But here now, the difficulty of the shoulder in on the center line, very much visible to the judge at C, a little more difficult to look at from the judge on the side. This horse is getting a little tight through the neck. And then the half pass. Again, a nice combination, just sometimes difficult to judge. 5 and forward. Now H to X, the half pass to the left, then the vault to 8 meters, and then the shoulder in on the center line going toward A. Again, clearly to be seen from the judge at C. And here the shoulder and left, and then right at D is a straightening and turning to the right. You kind of expect them to go left, but no, in this particular test you can turn to the right. Medium trot. And boom, from medium trot to a collected walk. It's not an easy transition, but if you do it right, you get nice energy from that medium trot into the medium walk. So the walk is really a nice marching, energetic walk. That's what a collected walk should be. It's the only time you hear marching. And then the difference to the long stride, longer frame through the body extended walk with the coefficient. And then the canter at P. And now 3 half passes, 5 meters to either side. So now that you've just watched Grand Prix, you can see much less difficulty in the I1, but still don't underestimate. This I1 has teeth, and you'll find it out when you have to start riding those pirouettes. First here you have an extended canter with the flying change at F. And then on the next diagonal, 5 changes every 3 strides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. Oops, 3, 3, 3. One tiny little mistake. Easily missed if you blinked. It's gone. And now you're setting up for the pirouette. And that's really one of the really big differences between the St. George and the Adequan. Here's a full pirouette now. Oops. Well, you want to see the hind legs being a little bit more active in canter rhythm. Collect, collect, and rotate. Okay, he had a little bit more room. He got a little bit tight, but she got around it quite nicely. It was well written. Now 7 changes every second stride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, and 7, 2. Okay, I see it on my list that nowhere else replying. I'll make sure that you all hear. I heard earlier that there was a time you couldn't hear me, but I had no idea if that was a power issue or not. I know I was talking. Okay, and now here the final center line. Very attractive. Wow. That was really looking good. And nice halt. Very nice. So a very positive finish.
Representing Canada, Aaron Crawford and Godot, SSF, just completing their CDI 1-star intermediate 1 test. And their marks to follow momentarily. And into the arena now, we welcome number 719, Could Be, and Sir Sherlock.
I just see that Belinda Russo from Queensland, Australia. I hope you don't have any fires out there, Belinda. We hear it's a little bit fiery in Australia right now, so good luck to all of you. Lots of friends in Australia. Loved my time there.
And marks now for Aaron Crawford and Godot SSF at H, 64.853, at C, 63.676, at B, 65.147, combined score 64.559 for Canada's Aaron Crawford and Godot SSF.
Okay, on your screen, what you see, you only see the middle score. They do not show the scores from H and B. So what you see on your screen is not the final score. The final score is what was just announced, 64.5. There, now they're there. See, now the screen is up to date. I see Viva Medina from Maui. Aloha to you. I'm happy that Hawaii is listening. So here's Sir Sherlock. Big leggy black horse here. Was a little bit conservative there on the first extension. Okay, now my monitor's working here. Okay, now the half pass here to the right. Looks quite nice. And halt. Very important. Stand still. Take your time. Now 1, 2, 3, 5. Easy, 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 easy. It's easy when you get too much hands that you get a little extra step in there or some tension. You don't need that. Now the half pass to the left. Yes, there's some clear crossing there. The 8-meter volte, then here the shoulder end to the left and the turn to the right. And now room. Medium trot. Power. Medium trot's a power trot. She could have gotten a little bit more of that look. So now you do this somewhat unusual pattern of collected walk. It's not on the rail, it's just on the MGH line, and then make a somewhat tight turn to go back to B in an extended walk. That's a fairly short distance for an extension, because here already you're set up for your canter depart, and off you go. Lots of points very quick. And now down center line and the 3 half passes. Yep, so far very steady, no mistakes. Everything could have just a little bit more energy and bounce, but overall nicely done. Oops, and very elegant. Extended canter coming here. Yes. Good, nicely controlled there. She's done very nice. One, 2, 3. 1, 2. Nice changes, very loose, nicely through the body, nothing forced, very elegant. So now he has to settle up. Now she has to decide how much she wants to collect. Yep. That's why on a horse like this you have to be just very careful, and you have to make the decision. There she didn't collect all that much, and that's why the horse fell in a little bit, was not really picking up much weight behind. But yes, she did get around in the canter, and she did a 360. So from that aspect was okay, but it was probably not a very high scoring period. 2, 2. Okay, the 2s were secure. Okay, and now the extension. Yeah, they look very nice together, very comfortable. Very leggy horse, very nice. And a nice halt. Super, well done.
Grace Goodby and Sir Sherlock just wrapping up their CDI 1-star Intermediate 1 test. And their marks to come here momentarily on their way towards the arena. Number 717, Matthew Cunningham, and Ribery 27 are next to go in our CDI 1-star competition.
Well, I see Melissa
66.029. At C, 66.029. And at B, 64.853, giving them a provisional score of 65.637% for Grace Goodby and Sir Sherlock. Into the arena now is number 717, and for the United States, this is Matthew Cunningham with drive rate 27. Drive rate 27, a 9-year-old Westphalian 17-hand bay gelding owned by Jerry Waltz, competed today by Matthew Cunningham from San Diego, California.
Okay, I can see on my phone that you can see the ride. I cannot, my monitor went out. But that's the trouble. Sometimes when power goes in and out, things quit working. But Matthew did a nice job yesterday in the St. George, so let's see what happens today. Okay, and here he comes again. One of the few gentlemen riding today. Strangely enough, I just noticed that most of the men riding today are all quite tall. Matthews is tall. Grinter is tall. Harley is tall. And here, what you're looking for here when you're on the center line is that the horse really lifts a little bit. When I'm sitting at C, saying here that the hind legs really do step underneath, or the inside hind leg really steps underneath and lifts the horse a little bit, really steps into the outside rein. And here, yes, you saw a nice half pass to the right and the halt. It started fine and then lost a little bit the regularity of the walk. Okay, here's in the extension. Now I can see it again, and if you guys were confused, while my monitor is out, I was watching my phone and see what you're seeing, but we have an easy 20 second, 25 second delay. So now we're real time again. Monitor's working, I'm working. There's a little bit of a walk issue there. That's the expensive part on this ride. That's why he had a nice ride yesterday, but his score was a little bit low because the walk is expensive. Very nice transition there at P into the canter. Five meters, now 10 meters. And 5 meters coming back to the center line, and straighten. And flying change, and quick turn to the left. There, made a nice effort there for that extended canter, and then with a nice whoops, tiny bit unbalanced in the hind end, in the transition. If you could see it, it really happens very quickly. Yeah, it's a little bit inconsistent behind. I mentioned earlier sometimes the separation of the hind leg. Sometimes in the changes it's much more interesting to look at the hind legs than the front legs. Oops, careful. So
for their support.
that's it.
Competition here in
We had a power failure,
riders in the CDI one-star competition this weekend.
but looks like some life is coming into the boards again. My monitor is not working, so I don't know what you see, but I make an assumption that the live stream is working. So we can keep right on trucking through. So also see Ashley Luca coming down center line. Yeah, but that's 20-second delay. Okay, very impressive. Impressive pair. Big horse. Hind legs need to get a little. Okay, a little difficult to tell there, but now let's see if she should have a good medium here. Get those legs on, go. Power trot, and transition walk. Okay, maybe a little bit more marching. I see some life in my monitor again. Not the whole picture yet, but it's coming. Okay, should have been a little bit more difference between the collected walk and the extended walk. And unfortunately, there was a little bit of a resistance into the canter transition. Again, things that look fairly easy are often not. Yeah, there she spent quite a bit of time up here, bit of space up here. So yeah, she's just barely enough room down there to straighten the horse, make the change, and get back to the left. Okay, it again was somewhat conservative. You can see the rider was quite passive in her aids, tried to keep the horse together instead of pushing the horse forward into an extension. Yeah, because she knows best. She knows the threes are coming up, so you have to make sure that you have your horse underneath you for the threes. So she's doing absolutely what she needs to do to get the job done. Okay, now the pirouette, set up and collect. Okay. That actually worked quite well. Good job. Let's see how she manages now to the right. Keep that canter up. Careful that it stays a 3-beat canter. Good boy. Yes, now right forward into a big change. The change is a separate score. Two, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, and 7, 2. Good. Got her changes. Okay, so she's doing quite well. So far, she had less problems than we had here, technically. There, and she's trying to open the neck up a little bit. See, she's pushing a little bit with the hand. Very nicely done. Show that difference. And very nice finish. Last impression, always important. First impressions and last impressions are important.
There's CDI 1 star. CDI arena.
So, nice ride here. Horse again, nice relaxed walking out. The C judge is very fast with the score. The H judge just came in, was it 66?
Marks now for Ashley Luca and Soundness at H 66.324%, at C 67.206%, and at B 64.559, giving them 66.029% for Ashley Luca and Soundness.
It was a very interesting test, 66%. So far, the highest score. Just a smidgen ahead of their Charlock. So next horse coming in is Rubico and Shannon Warner. But a couple of strong horses are coming later. David Blake was highly spirited, had a beautiful ride yesterday. And Christina had a very nice ride yesterday. She's still coming. And Stephen Peters with Quintessential Hit is coming. So there's some of the really strong pairings from yesterday's St. George are still coming.
Around the arena now is number 711, and from Parker, Colorado, this is Shannon Warner and Rubico.
Thank you, Kelly. While the horse is going around there outside, I have a little chance to look at some of your comments. So let's say Rubico.
Rubico is a 14-year-old Hanoverian 16-2-head chestnut gelding owned by Patty Blackmore, competed today by Shannon Warner from Parker, Colorado.
Horse looking around just a little bit, checking out the flags, but settling right back to Mama and saying, "Okay, I'm ready now." Okay, that's a little bit quick. I think there we could show a little bit more collection, a little bit more lift as a result of the engagement of the inside hind leg. It's a little flat. But on the other hand, some nice crossing in the half pass. So go figure. Halt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half a 5. But in diagonal pairs. And again, you can see the horse has no problem stepping across the center line a little bit, really crossing. Now let's see how the shoulder end looks like here. I'm looking at the monitor because otherwise I could not see it properly. Okay, it was a proper shoulder end position, 3 track. And now, big trot, yes, really ride that medium. And crunch there. And now take that momentum, take that energy, and really have a good collected walk. So it doesn't turn into a slow walk. Good. It's clean. And now stretch out and show that the horse can relax and stretch forward and try to reach for the bit because you're giving the rein a little. You maintain light contact and the horse should be looking for the bit. The horse should like his bit. Now stay straight and nice canter depart. And now rider reloads a little bit there. And now quarter line. All the way across to the other quarter line. Oops. And back. Slight tension there on the change to the right. Okay. So far, no major mistakes. Okay, the rider helped a little bit there, but that's fine. It's important that the changes happened. Okay, now the interesting thing is how the collection works. I would have loved to have seen a little more collection right before the pirouette. I think the horse was a little bit surprised, but maybe that's the way they've been practicing. Collect, there, come on, collect, and there you go. That's it. Okay. Horse lost a little bit of balance, but that is really more the way you want to approach a pirouette. As to first have the collection for the pirouette so the horse can really sit and then rotate. Oops, there you see, a little more in front of the leg. 2. Okay, I could not quite see what happened there. And now, last impression on the side, extension. Oh, quite nice. Oops. Just got a little too much, but at least she tried. She knows it's in there. She just needs a little bit more motherly support. There. Nice finish. Very happy to see so many nice halts now. There's been a lot of emphasis placed on halts, I'm happy that it's paying off. Yep. Very solid test. No major mistakes. Let's see how she's rewarded.
And scores coming now for Shannon Warner and Rubico. At H, 69.265.
Okay.
At C, 71.029. At B, 70.147.
Okay.
Mark, 70.147 for Shannon Warner and Rubico, which will move them into the lead.
Clearly so far the best ride. Good job. Sit. Very solid test. Then the judges saw it the same way. 69, 71, 70s. It's just a nice 70 average. And everybody likes to have a 70. So now we're going to see the combination who did really well yesterday in the St. George. High to Spirit was David Blake. Another one of our gentleman riders, also quite tall.
The next combination for the CDI 1-star, number 703, representing the United States, David Blake, and High to Spirit.
Again, it's a really fun horse. It was a nice future. Let's see how. Let's see how.
Bird and competed today by David Blake from Cardiff by the Sea, California. High to Spirit is by Blue Horse Sack out of Peridot. And big thanks once again our class sponsors for the CDI 1-star, Adequan, Wendy, and Gordy Christoph.
Let's see how this horse does. It's a very nice horse. Very prompt up transition. Yes. The nice lift of the front end because the hind end is supporting. Yeah? So again, the front end is a result of what's happening behind. Actually, the music that we hear here, and you might not hear so much, is very supportive of the strut. There, nice rein back and a very nice prompt up transition again. So the horse is definitely in front of the rider's leg, no question. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, now look again. I'm looking at the monitor as you start working again. Yeah. It was a 3-track, not much more, but it was a 3-track. But now let's see what he does in the medium. Yep. See, he did it a little differently than some of the other mediums we saw. He went for power. while some others went for speed or for tempo. Okay, this walk is a little bit restricted, but let's see what the judges feel about it. And now let the horse stretch out. He'll definitely be able to show a nice difference from his collected walk to the extended walk. Yes, just very quiet, very quiet. That's it. This horse is obviously very sensitive to the rider's aids. That's it. No rush, no rush. Just bounce on forward sideways and come back. Yes. Yeah, don't surprise the horse by getting a little bit too tight. Edgy. Easy, 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 easy. Oh, there was some careful riding going on. That changes to the left. David really had to help, but he did a good job with it. Now let's see how he settles down to the pirouette. Okay, good. He gave the horse enough room to make it around. This horse still is a little bit new to this level of competition. Good job. Yeah, all he has left now is the twos. Little tensions at the back end there, but they were there. And now if he keeps it together, you could have a nice show-off extension now. Yes. There. Yes. That extension was truly forward upward and was controlled. Very nice horse and extremely well presented. Very nice ride. That
for the United States, David Blake and Hida Spirit just completing their CDI 1.
From here, definitely would feel that this was the strongest ride so far in this class. But again, I'm sitting out here. I don't like to prejudge my colleagues. But this is a fun pair to watch, and it's going to be a fun pair to watch in the future.
Marks now for David Blake and Hida Spirit at H 71.324, at C 70.0, at B 71.618, and again our new leader with 70.980, David Blake and Hida Spirit.
Yes. The judge at H and the judge at B had him first, and the judge at C has him by 1 percentage point in second place. Okay, still close judging. They're all looking at the same horse.
Our next to go in the 701, Patty Mayer, and Cato.
There, so we've seen some very nice rides here. The last two was Shannon and David. Okay.
They come from Santa Rosa Valley, California. This is Patty Mayer.
Now we have Patty Mayer with Cato.
16 hand bay gelding.
Maybe not such an extravagant mover. I'm sorry. Okay, Cato and Patty maybe not so extravagant as maybe the last two horses, but she did a nice steady job yesterday in the St. George. So not quite the level and quality of a Rubik or a Heidi Spirit, but we should be able to enjoy a fairly steady test. So hopefully she can get by with any mistakes, and then she can do all right. If she has mistakes, it's going to be lower score. Okay, we're looking for there. Would like to have seen a little bit more energy in the up transition. Okay, now we're looking for the extension. A little modest. And there you can see, if you compare some of the earlier pairs there, the energy that's required for really a good shoulder end with lift and being light on the feet. This horse is a little bit steadier, a little flatter moving, but again, it's going through the movements, doing all right. Okay, obedient rein back and up transition. Where is she going? She should have gone straight on the center line. She missed it. There. Well, Patty's a very nice lady, a lawyer. Does a lot now for the sport here in Southern California, helping out in all sorts of ways, so it's good. But there she got a little bit lost. Now she's getting lost again. The medium trot should have been on to R, so now she's coming across here in the extended walk. Let's see if she can get herself organized again. It's already a little bit expensive. Okay, now has to pick up the canter here at P. And now the half passes. Come on, get over there. Yeah, she had to stop short a little bit, otherwise she would run out of real estate. And there she made the change. Good. HXF extended canter. There, now. There she goes. Nice set of changes there. Good job, Patty. Yes. Now let's see if you can keep the energy up that she needs now over the pirouette. Okay, oops, coming out. She looks like she lost a little bit of balance and a little bit of energy, so the change was a little bit short. That change is an extra separate score, so the change counts half as much as the pirouette. That's not quite what a pirouette should look like. It was close to spinning, but stayed active, so the score is not going to be very high, but at the same time it's not going to be in the basement either. But it's a coefficient on that movement, and that's why it's a little bit expensive when you mess up a pirouette. Yes, her changes seem to be solid. She had nice twos there. And now, come on, show your stuff. There, that's it. Allow the pony to move a little bit and sit down. Yes, it. That's it. Now think about the transition. Find X and sit down. Close your legs. There. Help the horse stand still. So a nice final impression. Okay, naturally, the error is expensive, if nothing else. But Cato seems to be very pleased with himself. He didn't know she made a mistake. He said he did all right. So naturally, Patty is going to bang her head and said, why did I do this? Why did I forget where I was going? It can happen.
Scores coming in now for Patty Mayer and Cato. At H, 65.647%. At C, 65.794%. And at B, 64.324%, which will give Patty Mayer and Cato 65.255%.
Yeah, that's just what I said earlier.
Now is number 713, and for the United States, this is Christina Harrison and Barnaby Wild GCF. Barnaby Wild GCF, a 10-year-old Hanoverian Grey Gelding owned by Patricia Price and competed by Patricia Harrison from Burbank, California. Barnaby Wild GCF is by Bonheur out of EM Heart Queen.
Yeah, see if Patty didn't have made this mistake. She had 65, 65, 64. 2 percentage points on the error. Should be right up there. Okay, Chrissy yesterday had quite a nice ride on this horse, on Barnaby. Again, it's a very steady horse. Again, not a world beater on movement, but again, a little bit like Cato, very steady. And then Stephen Peters comes right after her. Yeah, if you just want to compare the last two, there's a little bit more bounce, a little more engagement, a little more energy created here than the previous horse. There, just a little bit more flow. So far, so good. Two, three, four, five. Okay. We saw fairly decent rainbacks today. Good. They now really bend and flexion and nice 8-meter circle or a volte. And underneath, lift, 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 lift. Yeah, much easier for us to see here from the side. And now let's see if you can really show a little bit of power for that medium trot. She has to take a little bit of a risk. And there. Okay, at least she made an effort. Now, active, active, active. Yesterday she lost a little activity. Okay, now this somewhat awkward turn at H. They get to B. Would be much easier to line to P, but they want to go to B, so it makes the extended walk a little bit shorter. But still just as expensive because it has the same coefficient that a normal extended walk has. Then she has 12 meters here between B and P to pick up the canter. And now between D and G, the 3 half passes. Oops, careful there. So very steady so far. There, she's taking a little risk. Oops. He volunteered that change a little bit early, but maybe it wasn't. And now 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. 3, 4, 3, 5 changes every third stride, successfully completed. And now the drum roll. Collect, 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 and rotate. Oops, careful, 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 careful. Got in a little bit quick, but she held the balance. Good job. Careful. Tiny, tiny little loss of balance behind. Not sure if that was really visible. This was right in front of me here. Yep. Oops. Hop. And hop. Yes. Doing a good job here. Good. There, she allows for a little bit of expression in that trot. There's some movement in there. Good job. And nice transition. And now we just come straight down center line and nailed the halt. Super job. Super. Nice halt. Nice finish. Well done. And from what I remember from yesterday, I think this was a stronger ride that you had yesterday in the St. George.
And their scores coming shortly. Our final entry in the class this evening is number 721. And on deck, that will bring Stephen Peters with Quintessential Hit.
Okay, let's see how the scores come out for her. I think she did a nice job. And he's walking out of the ring pleased with himself. Yeah, I see a score from C at 70, so that's always a good sign.
And scores now for Christina Harrison and Barnaby Wild GCF at H, 68.971, at C, 70.588, at B, 68.676, final score 69.412%. So as we come to the final entry in the class.
Very interesting. That was a really nice score. She's in third place right now. The judge at C. Oh no, it's a 71, 70.
Quintessential Hit. 10-year-old Oldenburg, 16 one-hand bay gelding is owned by Terry Suwenziger and competed today by Stephen Peters, riding for the United States from San Diego, California.
I think Chrissy should really be happy with herself because it was clearly better than yesterday. I didn't want to jinx her during the middle of the ride, but she really fired up the boy a little bit. Make him a little wilder. Here now, Stefan had a very interesting ride yesterday. He had a few little issues. But to me, a spectacular extended canter. Let's see if he does it again today. This is a very nice horse, and it doesn't hurt to have Stefan in the irons. Let's just watch. Let's see how he does. Yes, and a very clear transition. So Stevens can be very accurate. Now, nice bounce. Again, a much more forward, upward movement than we have seen by many. And here's the lift, and now the flow. The coming across, the crossing. Yes, much more together today, but so far, again. The trot work is very solid already. A lot of bounce. Let's see how much he risks here in the medium. Power, power. Yes. So far, very solid. Be very interesting to see. He was only third yesterday, but I don't think Stefan likes to be third twice in a row. There, horse reaching forward. Yes, very comfortable. That's perfectly fine. Reaching a little bit. Now shorten the stride and pick up the canter right on the dot. Just no haste, just take your time, come over, jump, and come back. Oops. Maybe that right half pass wasn't exactly what he had in mind, but maybe not quite as enthusiastic as yesterday, but definitely was an extended canter. That definitely the horse jumped forward upward instead of running into the ground. So it's nice to see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Solid threes. Okay, now see how the horse handles the Peridot. Yes. Keep going. There. He just gave the horse enough room that he was able to maintain the canter behind. That's where the experience comes in. Easy, easy. Give room, give room, give room. You'll make sure that the hind legs don't hit the ground at the same time. Nice change. Oops. One little booble there. Oh, yes. That was a very nice extended trot for an I1. And there, nice forward, upward, beautiful finish. Two really high scores.
Stefan Peters and Quintessential Head just completing our CDI one-star competition here at the Adequan West Coast Dressage Festival. Once again, a big thanks to our presenting class sponsors for the CDI one-star today, Blue Heron Farms, Wendy and Gordy Kristoff. And marks coming in now for Stefan Peters and Quintessential Head.
Somebody's asking me where I was sitting. I'm actually sitting behind F, so on the far end of the arena. But I have a monitor. It's actually quite dark. That does not always work. So I don't look at the monitor. I look at the monitor mostly only for the rain backup, because that one is covered by the judges box. But here, Stefan, really nice ride. And I have a feeling that he's going to be much better today, and he's not going to be third again.
And scores now for Stefan Peters and quintessential hit at H 71.765.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
At C 74.265. And at B 70.882. Final score for Stefan Peters and quintessential hit 72.304%.
And that is winning the class.
That does bring us to our evening break.
So we really have seen 3 or 4 really, really nice I1s. Stefan's, in not particular order, just going from the top down. Now we saw Shannon Warner